the federal front, just coming back to that one, some of the regional parties certainly have spoken about saying that Congress should be a part of it. How would you react to it? Because Mr. KCR is very interested in that particular project.
Their personal opinion, but the fact is Congress, in my humble opinion, is a redundant institution which has reached its expiry date. When its own leader cannot win his own seat, how is he expected to win any election anywhere else in the country? If you cannot cover your home base, if you cannot win your own seat, how are you going to inspire confidence? Today, in fact, if you ask me, Prime Minister Modi and Bharatiya Janata Party's biggest asset, biggest strength is Shri Rahul Gandhi and his party. Unfortunately, because wherever there is a viable, credible alternative, BJP has been trounced. But for those states where Congress is the main rival. So that goes on to tell you the sorry state of affairs in Congress.
You have been personally critical of the Ram Temple project. You yourself have built, your government has built a Yadadri.
Critical of Ram Temple project.
You said the money was better used in other projects, hospitals and schools.
Saying let's focus on, let's prioritize and let's focus on the right issues that matter to the country. I said we have enough places of worship. I said let's start building schools.
What about your government building a temple that is costing much more than the Ram Temple?
We have built everything. That's the thing with Telangana. There is holistic development here. NDTV, in fact, had showcased Telangana's story on all fronts. I request you also to watch it. My request to you is, Telangana has not only been building hospitals, Telangana has not only been building schools, Telangana has also been building number of other institutions which will last for generations. But Telangana Chief Minister is also a man who will not use his religion as a card in an election. He's not going to use his political he's not going to score political brownie points based on his religion or his religious activities. There's nothing wrong in building temples, but it's the priorities. And in a state like Uttar Pradesh, which is called a Bimaru state, now I haven't given it the term. Now, if your focus is entirely on building a temple and not schools and other things, then I would definitely question it.
Across these southern states, whether it's Tamil Nadu or Telangana, you have spoken about the federal structure not being respected, and once again roles like the governor, the office of the governor. Do you believe that is a redundant institution per se?
Well, I would say all constitutional positions in this country are being abused. You look at the way they are actually using the agencies under their control in New Delhi. You look at ED, CBI, you look at IT, you look at institutions like governor. All of them are being abused. All of them are being actually used to settle political scores. Now, is that the right way to do it? Is that the right way to go about in a democracy, in a federal democracy? No, absolutely not. And the sooner the Prime Minister Modi and his team realizes it, the better it is, because people are watching. Two gentlemen, I'll give you an example of two gentlemen here who are members of parliament from Telugu Desam. Cases were filed on them, ED and CBI. So Jinnah Chaudhary and CM Ramesh. But the minute they joined BJP, all of them have dissipated in thin air. So point is, people are watching, people are understanding the motives, the kind of conspiracy, that this government is trying to hoist on its political rivals, and they will teach them a befitting lesson.
The leaders here also speak about CBI cases against Mr. KCR. Is that once again a Damocles sword that's being hung?
Well, I don't think there are leaders who are speaking about it. There are few people from BJP who are speaking about it who we don't take seriously, because they've been saying that for the last 8 years. If there is any iota of evidence or iota of substance in what they claim or what they say, let them act on it. We have no problems. The point is to talk in a humiliating tone of the Chief Minister, who is a democratically elected leader twice, not once. He's the man who actually achieved statehood for Telangana, whether anybody would like to admit it to or not. To heap abuses on him on a day-to-day basis is certainly not in good taste. But if they continue to do so, we will pay them back in the same coin.